We'll discuss upon the tech stacks that we're going to use. Now, this is the MVP stage, day one of our hiring platform. We are going to decide upon the tech stacks. There are lots of options in front of us, but choosing the best is what we're going to prefer. That in terms of long term stability and capabilities, it's going to last longer, and that has extensive community support and extensive large community that can help us out if we ever need that. Now, first of all, if I were to focus on the requirements that the application is going to have, so our authentication flow that goes without saying, so that the user should be able to sign up and log in. Now, from a perspective of the application, there are going to be three types of login and signups. The first one is going to be for the candidate. The second one is going to be for the employers. And the third one is going to be for the admins. And within admins, we are going to have two subcategories: the root admin user, that is going to have all the access to all the passwords and everyone inside of the organization, and for the ops team. For example, the support people that you have in your organization that are going to handle the queries of different users. So we can have four types of authentication log flows. Now, where if I were to discuss on the dashboard, then this is really extensive. So I'm going to hold off for it right now. They're going for APIs that we just talked about for our candidates, for our employers, for our ops team, our operations team, and the admin. So candidates should be able to view the job applications that they want to apply for. Employers should be able to see the candidates that they want to hire and see the applications that have arrived on their job portal. The ops team is going to be basically handling the, let's say that the employer wants to create a job profile. So and the ops team is going to verify whether the candidate is or the employer is genuine or not, if it's just someone who is fooling around. So in that scenario, so that's the requirement. Also, we'll be needing a resume passing. So we'll be expecting the candidates to upload their resumes. We'll be passing the important keywords from them. Then there is code execution. This is going to allow us to judge the candidate based on the code that they're executing. For example, let's going to be a code runner for them that they can just run the code upon. And next is our email dispatchment. We can use Amazon SES or we can use Twilio. That's something we can discuss about later. Also, the security standpoint, we have to make sure that there are no vulnerabilities on the DevOps side when we are deploying our application. And our AWS provides us with lots of tools that we can use. You can discover them. Or from a cloud provider perspective, there are multiple options. For example, our AWS, our GCP, the Hetzner. So we'll discuss about them as well. Now let's talk about the MERN stack, the favorite stack of our time. The community support is really large. You can say that there are tens of thousands, if not millions, of open source repositories that are really good repositories that these LLMs have been trained upon. So you definitely get a large code base that you can look upon. You have these LLMs that have been trained on these thousands of repositories that can help you. So MERN is definitely a choice that we are going to use. And in MERN, we can either use React or Next.js, either of these two. But we'll be choosing something that is stable and something that doesn't have all those design flaws. And we can just move forward. There are lots of NPM libraries. If you were to just head to NPM, I think that there are quite a many that are going to help us in this entire development workflow. Now, the MERN stack is just going to be our front end, our back end, and the back end is going to be consisting of our Node.js and Go. When talking about our Node.js, definitely we'll be using Express for that, for handling our servers. MongoDB is the database layer, React is the front end layer that we are talking about. Along with MongoDB, we can also use our Postgres. That is something that definitely we should prefer. Also, as we discussed earlier, we are going to use Python for resume parsing. I know of no other language better than Python that is going to allow us to parse the documents efficiently. It has a really rich community support, and it has been a language of choice for database or your machine learning applications and quite many things. So definitely Python is something which you're going to use, and no single MVP you can say is dependent upon one single language. There are definitely multiple frameworks, multiple libraries that it is using. So Python is what we're going to prefer. Also, the last thing is our Go. Go is something which is backed by Google. It's really high performance. It brings in your C++ with your Python coding style. So the efficiency of your C++, a fast language, and while the typings when talking about it is similar to your Python, so it's really easy to write. So we'll just explore our Go as well. So right with our Node.js application or the Node.js server application that we are creating, on the side we'll be working with this Go as well. So choose either of these two that you like. Nevertheless, you'll be getting the code of both of them, so decide for yourself. So that being said, this is going to be a tech stack. We're going to use our MERN, our JavaScript, our Python, and our Go for our frameworks. And this is the first week in which we'll be creating the login workflow and some part of our resume passing.